What's going on, y'all? This is Cole Jackson back again. I wanted to get into this whole thing with Dame and this piece of Rockefeller that's being sold. The Rockefeller legacy is probably one of the most mishandled properties ever. Have you guys seen? Hold on, let me play this video for you guys. I'm gonna play this clip for y'all.
As we all know, 1/3 of Rockefeller Inc., which owns Reasonable Doubt, is for sale. And I've gotten a lot of calls, a lot of offers. I don't know if people are hummer stunting, or not. We'll see who shows up, but I definitely got some very healthy offers, and I appreciate those. And, obviously, if someone's trying to hate on the price or trying to devalue it, it would be because they want to buy it, like a first right of refusal. So if you do want to buy 1/3 of Rockefeller Inc., you are going to have to bring some bread. And anything over 10 million, I'm going to sweeten the pot. You get an original Rockefeller chain from off my neck. So, I say, because I was the only one that gave out Rockefeller chains when Rockefeller really existed. If I don't give you the chain, it's not a legit Rockefeller chain. You get one of these, this is legit. This is the old school one from off my neck. Like how when I took one off my neck and gave one to Kanye, Cameron, all that.
When I was a kid, and when I seen Kanye get a Rockefeller chain, that was like one of the biggest moments in my little hip hop life. Seeing Kanye get a chain, seeing Cam get a chain, like the Rockefeller name and chaining day, like it used to be some shit called chaining day, was one of the biggest events in my life when I was watching this stuff growing up. And when you learn about the story behind Rockefeller and what Dame, Biggs, and Jay had to do to be able to make it, that story should be one of the most inspiring stories in hip hop. But instead, we get stuff like this from like this crazy shit with like 1/3 of it being sold, who Jay or Biggs may or may not get it, and it's just a mess. Dame Dash to me was like one of the most inspirational and influential figures in hip hop, and made me he was one of those people that made me want to be a part of the culture, like made me want to be a part of, like just watching. I remember watching the Backstage movie about them going on tour. I remember the infamous video where he was in the office cussing out executives, just stuff like that. It really inspired me when I was a kid I wanted to be a part of the hip music business. I want to be a part of the culture. I want to be a part of hip hop. And seeing what's going on today, man, is just sad. I hate to see Dame go on any kind of podcast because they're always going to ask him about Jay instead of asking him about his other ventures. I hate the fact that we have to talk about Dame being broke. I hate the fact that Jay has to put out a statement saying, well, in 2031, if you buy this piece of Rockefeller, 2031, it just goes back to me. And I know they've had their problems in the past, and I know that shit is like way beyond what I know. But I just remember the Rockefeller name and the chain used to mean so much more than what it does now. Now we got Dame sitting up here saying if you buy this off of him for 10 mil, you get an official chain. It hurts my heart because I'm a hip hop head, man. Like I've read the stories. I've seen, like, Jay is not Jay without Rockefeller. Seriously, Jay is not Jay without Dame, Biggs, what they went through. We don't get this version of Jay-Z without that. I was just one of those people, man, who felt like that chain meant way more than just a brand or being part of the label. Like, it was something that was respected in the industry. And to see what we have to see now, it feels like they're treating this legacy like it's a monopoly piece. Like, it sucks because that's just a part of my hip-hop history that's just being toyed with or flushed down the toilet. I honestly feel like the history of Rockefeller should be should be a documentary. Go do some searches and look at what happened, what they had to do with Rockefeller, and how they had to bring this label up. Nobody wanted to sign Jay. They built this label because they felt that Jay was that good, and goddamn it, he is. Uh, the history of Rockefeller is just one of like royalty when you think about who came from that label. When you think about Kanye coming from that label, when you think about Cameron, when you think about Beanie Siegel, when you think about Freeway, when you think about State Property, when you think about the Diplomats, when you think about all of these fucking entities that came from Rockefeller, that is a house of royalty. And to see where we're at now, it just feels so bad. The chain used to demand respect back in the day, and now it's given away as a piece when you buy a fucking 1/3 of Rockefeller. Like, for all my hip hop heads out there who understand what I'm saying, don't that feel bad? Doesn't that feel like shit is fucked up? It hurts to see something that I cared so much about be toyed with and played with by people who I used to respect. I'm not saying I don't respect Dame anymore. It's a bad look. All of it looks bad. I know that they probably can't. I know Jay, Dame, and Biggs probably can't get past whatever differences they have, but I've always felt like if they could, we could probably have one of the best music documentaries ever told by them three. Because the only way you can tell the real story behind Rockefeller is if all three of those people actually tell the story. You can't get a Rockefeller documentary without all three of them. Kareem, Biggs, Jay-Z, and Dame Dash, they have to come together to tell that story, because it's not a complete story without all three of them. It just hurts my heart, man. It just hurts my little hip-hop heart to see how this whole thing is playing out. It's gonna hurt my heart to see that somebody who ain't one of them have control, have a piece of Rockefeller, and they may do whatever they want to. It hurts my heart to know that somebody's gonna have a piece of Reasonable Doubt, which is one of those albums that is cemented in hip hop history as one of the best albums ever. It just hurts my feelings to know that like something that I held so dearly in my life, as far as like hip hop is concerned, is going down the toilet real fast. I hope Jay is able to buy it. Maybe he can make something out of it, make it into something better. But I just wanted to just really talk about how the chain, I wanted to be Kanye and get my Rockefeller chain and wear it and be a part of something that was special, be a part of hip hop royalty like back in the day. And just looking at it now, it just feels so tainted. It's so gross now. It's a monopoly piece that comes with a chain. It's sad. Maybe one day we can get the documentary we deserve, and maybe all of these brothers can get past whatever differences that they have. But tell me if you have a specific label or a specific hip hop item that you loved when you were a kid or when you were young, and let me know in the comments. Tell me how you feel about the Rockefeller situation, but how do you feel about Dame having to sell it? How do you feel about Jay being a person who possibly won't even buy it, or maybe he will, who knows? Let me know in the comments, man, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.